Hi babes, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be playing in some new makeup, combining it with some makeup that I already have, and wanted to share that with you so you can see first impressions on how these new products work for me, if they work for me, if I'm going to love it or not. So without further delay, let's see what we got here and let's plan some makeup, shall we? We shall. Brown Girl Bella. Okay, babes, so I am going to be honest with you. I feel like I'm on makeup overload. I don't know if all of you feel that same way too, but I truly feel like I've had enough of makeup today. I've had enough of makeup for a minute. But let's begin with our Forever Glow Star Filter. I have it in the shade number 6. But in looking at the shade range, I think I'm actually a 4 or 5. So I'm thinking maybe by the fall time I might get the 4 or 5. I'm going to put this all over the face. As you can see, it's really deep, so it will deepen up my skin tone. And you can use this all over for like a kind of glowy foundation base, or you can just have it by itself. I'm going to use it with my foundation because it is a little dark. So I want to put it all over, just give a glow to the skin. And I really like this. This is something that I used on my Sunday sips last Sunday, and I really enjoyed it. So here's what it looks like on the skin. And again, the shade that I have is number 6, which if you're my skin tone, it's a little too deep for us. However, we do tan in the summer, so I'm thinking probably by midsummer this will be perfect. So I'm not in a rush to get the 4 or the 5 yet. I kind of want to see what this does, and then in the fall winter time I can get a lighter shade. And I do like when my face is a little deeper than the rest of my body, because I know that that won't always be the case. Alright, so getting my, and that's Dream, by the way, gotta let y'all know she in the house. I'm going to use the Seamless Skin by Eldridge. I know she has a new product out. I'm not getting it because I barely use this one, and I feel like I kind of need to play with this a little bit more. So I'm going to use this all over the skin, and as you can see, it lightened up my skin a little bit because it's not as deep as the Star Filter. However, once it's all blended in, it looks really nice. I tried this with another foundation that I have that's also on the lighter side, and it did such a good job. So I'm hoping Eldridge's foundation will do the same. So she has a skin tint out now, Eldridge, and I was tempted. I was actually very tempted, but I'm trying to be more conscious about what I buy, because I really feel like I'm on overload and I only want to get things that will enhance the collection that I currently have, and not something that, you know, is just a fad or a trend. Which reminds me, I need to start doing my trends to try. It's almost summertime, so I definitely want to put those out there. So let me know if you have a trend you want me to try. I have a list of some that I'm already thinking of doing, but if you have a trend that you want me to try, let me know. I'd be more than happy to throw it into the mix. And one thing I failed to mention with the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin, it gives you a medium coverage, and the Star Glow Star Filter, this also gives you like a medium finish as well. So it really works very harmoniously together, and I love that, because even if you want to use the Star Filter, say on its own, it's going to give you like a medium coverage as well. So something to think about, babes. All right, my Benefit Precisely, my brow pencil. It's a new formula. So if you're not quite a 4, you're more like a 4.5. They have a 4.5. These new half kind of shades. So if you're in between, or you want to try just something a little deeper or a little lighter, they have those 0.5 sizes for you to try. All right, let's go in with the concealer, and I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty We're Even concealer, and this is in the shade 390. This really surprised me because I didn't think that I was going to enjoy this concealer as much as I do. I've had her other concealers and they work just well, you know, just fine. They do the job. But this one gives me not only the coverage that I'm looking for, but it also gives me that brightness that I enjoy as well for underneath the eye. So I find that with this product, I don't have to grab something else for a little bit more brightness. This kind of does everything that I need to do. I am going to use the Tiny Marvels by Sydney Grace and the late great Mel Thompson. I was thinking about her a lot lately, what she would think about the makeup that's out today, how she would, you know, do her makeup, and just kind of talk to you about her life and what's going on, you know, if she had any health crisis. Like, she just brought you into her world, and I miss that because I don't feel like a lot of beauty influencers really bring you into their world. I really felt like she was sis and the girls were my nieces and Puffin was the brother-in-law, and I just felt like it was just all love. So I miss that. I really do. All right, so that's Ladybug, and that's going all over the lid. And like I said, this is a mauve color, but I'm gonna have to build it up a little bit. Just to make sure the color is fully saturated before we move on to the next lid color. She really did a great job with Sydney Grace and curating this palette. There's not one shade in here that I don't absolutely positively love. Every single shade in here is gorgeous. And then with a smaller pencil brush, I'm just going to use those two shades right on the lower lash line. Starting with Love Bug, sorry. We're going to throw that in the lower lash line. So that was Love Bug in the lower lash line. Wiping off the brush, going in with Bugaboo on the back half to just deepen up the eye, not make it too smoky, but connecting it with what we did at the top. Now with a flat shader brush, I'm going to go into Meadowhawk, and we're going to put that right in the center of the eye, almost like a little faux halo eye. Ooh, that's pretty. I was going for a faux halo, but I think I went a little ham here. So I'm gonna just continue on and just put it all across the lid. So we are done with the Tiny Marbles collab with Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson. So great. If you don't have this in your collection, sometimes Sydney Grace will re-release it. I know she did last year around the time of Mel's untimely death. Really, really good. I don't think I need to put any other mascaras on. This is kind of doing it for me. So let's move on to bronzer. And so I got the Dew Bronze Soft Focus Liquid Bronzer by Saie. And I got it in the shade Stinson, which I think is a little deep for me. However, as you know, I do like my face to be just a bit deeper than the rest of my face. So this is really beautiful in that respect because it does warm up the skin very nicely, as you will see now. And a little goes a long way. And I try to be very light-handed when I'm putting on these types of products, just because I'd rather add more than take away, because it's a little bit more challenging to take out what you put on instead of just adding to. And it didn't move any of the foundation at all, so I love that. So let's continue this love fest with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. The shade I got is Vivid Coral, which I think will go nicely with the eye makeup. Here is Vivid Coral. And again, this is a liquid cheek product. I'm going to use the Mini Base by Sonia G. Just to pounce that into the skin. Bringing it upward to the back of the cheekbones. Oh, this is very pretty. Again, you can build this up if you like, but I love, y'all know I love blush. So this is just right up my alley because you can add a little bit more and it won't overwhelm the skin. Let's finish off the look by adding a little bit of lip gloss. And so the gloss we're going to use today is the Giorgio Armani Prism Glass. It is a high shine, hydrating, oil infused lip gloss, and I have it in the shade Honey Gleam. I've been dreaming about this color ever since I got the first one, which is Candy Halo. Okay, so this is the Candy Halo that I got when this first launched, and now this is Honey Gleam. And like I said, I was dreaming about Honey Gleam ever since I got the Candy Halo, because this was actually the first one that I wanted, but it was sold out. So I ended up getting the pink one, which of course I'm not mad at because you know I love everything pink. However, I was still infatuated with Honey Gleam, but the product kept getting sold out, so I wasn't able to get it during the Sephora sale. And so, you know, after a while, I just completely forgot about it. And then I wanted to get some new things for this video, and lo and behold, poof, Honey Gleam came back out. and was available. And this just gives me the perfect like peachy corally glow. Such a beautiful shine to match. Okay, babes, so this is the finished look. I'm going to go over the new things that I used today, only to kind of give you some of my final thoughts. Starting with the Forever Glow Star Filter. Now, I have it in shade number 6, which is my bad. I should have really gotten it either the 4 or the 5. However, I must say, I really enjoyed this filter. It gave me a nice luminosity to the skin without going overboard, even in this deep color. I also want to say that you can use this with or without foundation, and that it plays nicely in the sandbox with others. So if you have another foundation that you want to pair it with, I didn't pair it with Dior this time around. I paired it with Lisa Eldridge. So again, it plays nicely in the sandbox with others. So if you want to get this and your shade match to me, you don't want it to be too deep, get either the 4 or the 5. That's going to work. They're all neutral tones. So that also works in your favor, because if you want to layer something that's a little deep, or you want to layer a neutral on top of a neutral, fine. It just gives you a nice glow to the skin, a little bit of color, but not a whole lot. So if you use this by yourself, by itself, I would use it with maybe a little skin tint just to give it a little help. Otherwise, use it by itself. It's fine. If you want to do it that way. I probably prefer to use it with like a lighter formula skin tint, because this is kind of medium. So adding that light base to it would help, you know, just make it look even more seamless. But again, it works by itself too. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Saie, and this is the Dew Bronze Soft Focus and Liquid Bronzer. This is my first foray into liquid bronzers, and I have to say, Saie made me want to try more. So I enjoy Stinson. I think in the winter time, I might go down a shade, because this is very, very deep. And I think once the summer ends and my color fades away, I'm going to need something a little lighter than this one. Finally, the cheek tint in Coral, Vivid Coral. I like this, but I think that for me, I need a little bit more. I'm going to pair it with the blush. And let me get a powder brush and just add a little bit more to the skin. Not that this didn't build it up well, but I think because this formula is so light, it needs like a little powder to go on top. Which, okay, now I feel like I have blush on. You know how sometimes you feel like, okay, you know, I just need a little bit of blush, but I'm never a little bit of blush girl. I like blush. So I'm not afraid to go in and let have. And that's what was missing in this cheek formula. I think all of them, these kind of tints are very light, which, you know, lends itself to the name. They're cheek tints. But for me, I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more. So if you have something that is in similar shade to this, you might want to put a little powder on top of the liquid to kind of help it bring out the really coralness of the look that you're going for. So that's what I did there. But these are decent enough. Would I get more? Probably not, because I have a lot of cheap products that I can't even rotate now because I'm trying to, you know, finish off all of the new stuff before I go back and rotate some of the older things that I just got. Plus, I feel like I haven't taken full advantage of the 2 Pat McGrath ones that I got, and one is a more vivid orange than this one. So I really need to do that. But the Dior mascara, absolutely love. I think it gave a great definition, length, and separation to my lashes. My lashes look like I have baby wispies on, which, you know, Ardell baby wispies are my favorite lash strip to use. And I feel like I have almost the same look using this and my natural lashes. So I love the Dior 3D over curl mascara. That's really, really good. And then finally from Giorgio Armani again, the Prisma Glass. Beautiful. I paired it with Chestnut by MAC as my liner and just went over it with this. So beautiful, so beautiful. Here's what I love about this. You can layer another layer on top and it does not get oversaturated with gloss. Still gives you that perfect pout, adds high shine, but no stickiness, no, none of that additives where, you know, you're smelling lip gloss and it smells sugary sweet. None of that stuff is in this formula, which I really, really enjoy. I didn't know how much I would enjoy it until I found a lip gloss that gives me exactly what this one does. Now I can't stop. So I definitely will be grabbing more shades of this. I think they have 3 more shades that are out now, and probably more will be coming for the fall winter time. So definitely will have my eye on these glosses in future videos. I think that's it. That's it for now. Hopefully you like this look and you like the tutorial. If so, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, you like what I do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and then tap the notification bell so you're notified each and every time that I upload, post, or go live. Until I see you back here again, babes, you have now been bellified. Take care.